Elon Musk learned some things when he was working in Washington. He's telling us all about it. Paul Barron says the only way to fix our money problems is with digital money like Bitcoin and XRP. We're going to watch his video. We also have some cool new information about connections. Of course, there's Ripple making new friendships with other companies, new information, new ways to turn things digital, and lots of other Ripple and XRP news and updates. Now let's watch this video first. You're in California and not Washington, D.C. I'm at Tesla's big engineering building in California. Yeah, so no more Washington, D.C. You're back at work. You're focused. Yeah, I haven't been to Washington since May. Okay, that was like a crazy side adventure. Side adventure. That was good. Did you learn anything from your time in Washington, D.C.? The government basically can't be fixed. That's just how Elon thinks. I support David's good work, and it's nice to have smart people working for the government. But at the end of the day, if you look at how much money our country owes, which is crazy high, we pay more money just on the interest than we spend on our whole army. Our War Department budget, and they keep going up that SO. If smart computers and robots don't help us pay back our debt, we're in big trouble. Smart computers and robots sound great, but the only problem is what will everyone else do for work, right? There are numbers showing that regular people, like 25 to 30% of regular people, could lose their jobs to smart computers and robots in the next few years. What happens to all of those people? That's a big conversation that I hope there are some really smart people somewhere trying to figure out, because I don't even want to think about what that could look like and how scary that could get, that I wanted to look at some information here. How long spending less money can stop us from either not paying our bills or having to do something big that causes prices to go way up? What happens if other countries stop wanting our debt? Higher costs for borrowing money, risk of the economy getting worse, prices going up, our dollar getting weaker, markets going crazy, and a money crisis. I also wanted to say, how could blockchain, the XRP ledger, and Ripple, the company, help America out of its debt problem? Blockchain systems like the XRP ledger and Ripple, the company, can help America deal with its debt problem by turning debt into digital tokens, making money stuff more see-through, and making it easier to pay debts, XRPL debt tokens and payments. The XRP ledger is now really being used to turn debt into digital tokens, meaning normal government bonds and debt can be turned digital and paid using blockchain. You look at OpenEden. You look at the connection between BlackRock, Odo, and Ripple with OSG. That is what we're talking about here. The World Economic Forum has said that XRPL is important for changing money markets, especially by making it easier to trade, making things more see-through, and paying debts right away. Turning things into tokens lets people own little pieces. More people can join the market and trade later, which can bring new investors at lower cost to the government. Ripple company, blockchain working together, and government money. Ripple has brought new ways to lend money and pay bills on the XRP ledger that are designed to make managing debt and payments automatic and smoother, possibly reducing waste that adds to our country's debt problems. The U.S. Treasury has already said okay to using XRP for paying parts of our country's debt, showing a change towards digital money and faster, cheaper ways to move money around. That Ripple's technology can help more government groups use it by making sure transactions are faster, more secure, and cheaper when managing debt and government payments, and talks about what could happen with U.S. debt. Using blockchain for government debt means payments can happen with less trouble, speeding up cycles, and reducing costs. That a tokenized debt system offers see-through processes, easy tracking, and easier market access, possibly lowering borrowing costs and making risk management better for the U.S. government. These steps could create new ways for both American and international investors to join in U.S. debt markets. That's what we're seeing through Anando and other partnerships. Also, here we talk about the stock market, the NASDAQ moving to turning those assets into tokens. And who handles the NASDAQ's payments? Well, it's the DTCC, right? And so, I showed you all of this research. These are the serious grown-ups in the room. It's Avala Labs. It's Cardano. It's Clearstream, DeepCC, Euroclear, GBBC, Hedera Foundation, Oliver Wyman, and Ripple. Watching the World Bank. This is who is serious about changing the world of money. I would think that these companies are going to be super successful in the days coming up. All right, here is the video clip. Banks plus blockchains, stablecoins. This from Crypto Erie, light bulb moment for ANZ Bank, atomic settlement. Today, ANZ cut 3,500 jobs. One of the reasons they can do this is digital efficiency. Is that good that they cut the jobs? I think the aha moment, the light bulb moment, if you like, was when we saw and proved that we could actually make instant settlement between two assets. Serves over 8.5 million customers across 30 markets operating in Australia's Big Four banks. Understanding how important blockchain is, now we turned Australian dollars into tokens and used that to pay for a transaction on an exchange. But it wasn't until we had turned our carbon credit inventory into tokens and then used our Australian dollar stablecoin to pay for a transaction instantly right away that we proved that it was true it could be done and the good things for asset market. Payments, asset market security, and speed and cost were proven, and that was really where we got very excited about the future of blockchain technology. All right, and just to give you some extra information here, ANZ has worked with Ripple for trying out blockchain-based solutions and atomic settlement. But the working together mainly focuses on turning things into tokens, stable coins, and digital asset efficiency rather than directly using XRP for payments. ANZ developed and launched its own Australian dollar stablecoin, the ADC. Pretty cool. Using Ethereum-compatible smart contracts and working together protocols. Chainlink for smooth atomic settlement. Improved cross-chain transfers. ANZ's use of Ripple and blockchain. ANZ was among the first Australian banks to run test trials using Ripple's technology for faster and lower cost across borders. However, most of ANZ's blockchain working together has been focused on stablecoin payments and smart contracts, not only XRP. Their way centers on increased automation and digital efficiency using tokenization to make instant settlement of assets and reduce work overhead. This made possible processes like the recent atomic settlement of their $8 DC stablecoin. And it does talk about is XRP directly involved? While Ripple working together opens up the ability for banks to use XRP as a bridge currency through on-demand liquidity, most of ANZ's current activity uses stablecoins and tokenized assets that run on public blockchains, most notably Ethereum. So, just giving you that extra information there. Digital Asset Investor posted this. We are here tech enthusiast side investors 2.5. Imagine what happens when we're here early majority or late majority. I mean, this is really what's going to come here over the next few months. It's going to be awesome. And then you also have 2025 World Economic Forum agenda shows part. This ships with Ripple and Hedera.so here is in partnership with here's Pat Thielen from Ripple, and you have some people here from the Filecoin Foundation as well as some other groups. You also have Hedera on here as well. Eric Hashini from Hedera will be there, and some of these other companies. You got Ripple, Hedera, Ava Labs. Interesting, right? Ripple, Hedera, Ava Labs that you're starting to see this more and more. Start to notice. Filecoin is on here. Coinbase is on here. Polymesh is on here. Love to see that. Jungle Incorporated says, Crypto Morning Brief. Look, 100 million in daily volume powered by XRP gas and the XRPL's EVM sidechain. That's just the bridging activity. Two yield-bearing stablecoin protocols run the numbers. The global financial sector is huge, and XRP gas is positioned right at the center. I wanted to show you this Clarity Act in the Senate. The bill must receive, so Clarity Act is crypto rules here in America. The bill must receive 60 votes to pass, which means it definitely depends on enough Democrats signing on. Now, we've seen this in the last election when Democrats went against the crypto industry. When you have 60 million Americans that believe in this industry, that own cryptocurrency, that it is very important to them, people often vote with their wallet. Sometimes they vote with their crypto wallet. So this is the chance to bridge the gap, to come over, vote yes with Republicans, and get rules for Americans because this is what we want. And I think the people that are going to stand up and fight this, some of those might have a troubling midterm coming forward.